it. As you can see, it's not quite full. Got 144 hours on it. It's 12 p.m. We're running at 1300 RPM. I'm going to go to 1800 or so. If you look out there, you can see the field. Hopefully we get rain. You can see the trees and where they're trying to grow over into the field. This used to have nothing on it. I left the farm years ago, 2006. I paid to have some of it dozed down by someone I went to high school with. Alright, in order to get this to work, you need to put down the red arm, kick off auto idle. Alright, pulling on the lever to lift the arm, back to me. See the fence where we came through. I did a little work here. And then cleared a path. My whole intention was to clear this whole path until I decided we need to get another pond going. So what I'm going to do is to place some trees here, but I'm going to take you down to where the old pond was. You can see kind of a road anyway. You can see some vegetation I pulled out. That was to provide an open space. You can see some vines I had to pull out of the trees. It was at this point I decided I wanted to go back and see what the pond actually looked like. When I was here, I was getting tired, fighting on the hill. Now if you can see, let me go a little farther. If you look right there, you can see where someone set up a deer stand. None of us know anything about it. And they just decided they owned the place, and they were looking over to try and shoot deer in that area. So that's going to come down. More metal for me. The second one that we found. Turn this way so you can see the road right in front of us. Now, oddly enough, I didn't have to pull many trees or branches. Over 30 years or so, because it was so beaten down, there weren't any trees grown in this pathway. I found that amazing. There's a turkey feather. Look at those big tall pine trees. Those were small guys when I was there. Now looking over here off to the right, you'll see the pond down low. Okay. We had some trees that were in the path that I had to clear out. You'll see a big tree straight up, and I can't get around the right or the left. So I started to come down and work on removing trees that were smaller trees that were in the pond. I'm going to have to come in with the chainsaw, cut the bigger ones down, and remove the roots. But before I go back down in there, I need a place to store this wood so I can burn it later. And what I decided to do earlier today, and of course we have a rainstorm coming in. I hope the audio is good. I apologize if it's not. But got to clear out the area over there, the big trees, and all of this debris or wood product is going to have to go somewhere. So I'm going to use a grapple, pick it up. If you look, you can see there's a couple piles already. But I want to come in here and take down some of these trees. The two small ones that are right there that are leaning will be what I'm going to do next. And then make sure my path is over to and past the where we were, so we can drag the trees out of here with the grapple and the tractor. So let me go over and start with those two trees right now. He was shot by his own guy. Sentry coming back. Okay. Oh. You see those two trees there with the hickory leaves? Those are scaly bark hickory. You can see because the scales, if you were trying to crawl up the tree, you'd rub it against your legs. So let's go have some fun with those two trees right in front of us here. So this, if you push this, you go forward. If you pull this, you go backwards. Since we're backwards, we're going to go this way, pull back, so we go forward. Kind of simple. And right now, to some degree, I'm just messing with things because, well, it's Saturday. Here we go. Okay, we're up on the blade. back and we go forward. Okay. Now on the blade, there we go. Down that went. See if I can get this at an angle. Poplar and other types of wood will snap, but hickory is what we call tough. Okay, tooth in. Go in here and dig to the root. One of the things that this thing can do is it digs. So if you have trouble, if you can get underneath it and use the power of the twisting action of the piston, the two pistons, it tends to work, and it digs in and towards you much better than not. You can see that nice sized root there. So let me move back on over. Try and dump as much of the dirt back in that hole to make life easy, because I get complaints from my brother-in-law. Crank up the RPM just a little. He's going to give me heck for any reason, but anyway, so that's that one, and I want to move up back to the next one, and I sure hope this video's going and the camera's still recording. It looks like it is. Like it is. Okay. I hope this works out for you. Up, off the blade. And if you want, if you listen, you hear it go boom, it's all the way up. So you can also do that to hear where you're at. So I'm going to come to this next tree. You can see the perth. The width of the field is all pretty good there if I'm going to try and drag out with the claws all the way through there, and then we're going to have to make a path that goes this way. So let me go forward some more. All right, blade down. That's blade down is over here, the far right handle, and bigger and meaner and fighting. Go on in. And another thing also is the weather. It's been very dry. As a matter of fact, that's why I'm worried about the ponds. But that being said, when it's wet, you can do a little better on the digging and stuff. Now here we go, we're going to twist, try to get it to go. It doesn't go. Coming a little closer, try to get it under some of those roots. And the next thing I can try is to get under a root, and you use the claw. Get farther. There we go. We're almost there. Okay. this excavator. It's a year and a month old to me. I like to think of it as my layoff bonus. When they laid me off, I had severance pay. Okay, so with that, we're going to head back to the where we started. It does come with a cup holder. There where I had a big old root I pulled out. Had another hickory tree. Actually, let me go back and let me go up here and turn around. I originally was going to go that way that looked at the hill. Decided not to do that. Now if you can see down here, let me see if you can see the blade. May be able to see the blade right here. This thing goes 6 ways. You can rotate it to push dirt one way or the other. This is why I bought it too. It's the only one that did this. You can see that it tilts the blade. Tilts the blade, does that. Of course it goes up and down. So that was a big selling feature. 0% financing wasn't bad either, but that wasn't it had to do with the vehicle. The nice thing about 0% financing is I was making 5% money because of the interest rates for the last year. But anyway, that's the reason I did it. And I got a fancy radio. I wasn't supposed to get that, but listen to the radio just so you can hear it, okay?
There is, right. But there is a St. Thomas, isn't there? There is, and it's left wing. Sorry.
Okay, anyway, that's what I normally listen to when I'm doing stuff for my earbuds. Now, if you watch the blade and you're digging, if you dig this way, you have a lot more leverage and power. You go forward a little more. And of course, you can tilt it to go whatever angle you want. So I tend to just keep it kind of flat. So here we go with this tree. That's why they say it's the mighty hickory. Oak is strong too. I think from school those were called deciduous. But what do I know? All I know is the GoPro's still recording. I figure it would have shut down with heat by now. Picks up the root. I have noticed the roots tend to snap or what have you. They're probably because they're more porous or something, trying to carry moisture. The root to the big tree there. you can see where it's not going anywhere. I don't know if it's part of the root system. Or not, but I'm about ready to declare that one won till I show up with the chainsaw and the ripper.